park brake off.
So this is a beautiful Wizzair Poland livery, Airbus A330 300. So I'm Thomas Hatsios, the British American pilot flying the Airbus A330 300. Tonight's flight, you're gonna see the full flight from takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, approach, and landing. I will show you how to use the systems of the Airbus A330 200 and 300 aircraft. We're gonna make a full flight from takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, approach, and landing. With me as a pilot, you're gonna see the Airbus A330 aircraft. I will show you the full flight from takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, approach, and landing. All the systems of the Airbus A330 200 and 300 models. Also, it includes almost all Airbus aircraft like Airbus A320, Airbus A350, Airbus A380 models with the fly-by-wire system, the displays, the side stick over here. You can see we can move the flight controls, climb, descent, make turns. So you can see the side stick back and forth, climb and descent, make turns, right and left. So you're gonna see the full flight right now. You can see the system, the thrust levers. You can actually the thrust commanded by the engines. This horizontal tail trim stabilizer, the trim control for the horizontal tail. We balance the aircraft when flying. We're gonna use flaps for takeoff. Flaps 2. You can see the Microsoft Flight Simulator X or X-Plane. You can use either. Also the system, the computer system I use over here, empty and rising. So we're gonna have the full flight, climb, descend, make turns, right and left. Use the flight control system when flying. Also you turn on the IDIs here. The APU is on. You see the pressurizer system. For the engine start we need the APU bleed on. Also the electrical battery 1, battery 2, APU battery, left and right engine driving, IDG, electric fuel, left and right, wing, center tank, also tail tank, some aircraft, also green, blue and yellow, hydraulic fuel pumps, fire extinguishers, fuel. Also here is flight control computers, this and the other side, and cabin pressurization.
You're on the ground, sir. Are you okay? Gear down.
So we need the IDIs, also some wiper here. So gonna set up. You can see these beautiful pink and blue colors. I think it's one of a kind, and silver wings. So it's beautiful aircraft. Set up the flight management computer. I'm going for takeoff. So we start initialize from 2 LS Seattle Tacoma International Airport back to Seattle Tacoma in Washington State, United States. JCJC aligned the IRS. Cruising flight 35,300, and we set the flight plan from this. It's gonna guide the aircraft if we connect the computer. So KC, select the departure over here. Runway 34 left, I believe we have it. 34 left. SID, solar instrument departure. We're gonna use Mount 7. And then arrivals over here. Seattle 4, insert, press this, and now the flight plan initial part of the departure is completed. Clear the discontinuity over here. Insert, and now we have KC. Gonna use the arrivals over here, approach and arrival. ILS of 16 left. Hawk Z 4, I believe is okay. Insert. How to insert. Press again one more time, and now we have it. So we're gonna have now the full flight from takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, approach, and landing. So you're gonna see the flight plan is complete here. We have the departure, runway 34. Let me turn off. We don't need that. Flaps are ready for takeoff. Also the thrust reverse.
Flaps 3, flaps 2. Power set.
Thrust reverse. You can see reverse. Thrust inverse. Thrust reverse. So we have it. So this is the Airbus aircraft. You can see the engines are ready, the autopilot panel, preset the altitude. But we can set it after the takeoff. So this is Thomas Hatsios, the British-American pilot flying the Airbus A330-200 in X-Plane 11 Microsoft Flight Simulator X. You're gonna see the full flight from takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, approach, landing with the Wizzair Poland aircraft tonight. So you're gonna see the full flight over here. We're gonna start the thrust levers, takeoff power set, parking brakes off, We hold the side stick halfway down, align with the rudder pedals. We have the left and the right rudder pedal to align the aircraft.
Passing flight level 003.
So we have V1, we rotate. It's slightly 5 to 10 degrees and we take off the Airbus A330.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
So we want to gear up.
Too low, gear.
It's slightly down the aircraft. You can see the Wizzair aircraft. Wizzair. Hope you like the Airbus A330. You can see the runway behind us. Gonna make a couple of turns and come back for landing. So we have full takeoff power, takeoff ground power thrust. We have the horizontal tail trim. The auto trim system is automatically trimming the tail up right now. We make a turn into the flight line. To save some time, it's gonna be a beam to the airport runway, as you can see. Let's see the you can see the airspeed right now is marginal, so it's very close to the stall speed, 120 knots is the margin, black and amber, and here is the red. That activates the alpha clock of the Airbus aircraft, of the fly-by-wire system, but we won't get on the stall speed. We'll have a little bit higher the stall speed. So this is the Wizzair aircraft. If you like the Wizzair, beautiful Airbus A330 aeroplane. I make a small turn here. Gonna level off the aeroplane. And follow the flight line over here. can use less thrust for climb. Flex MCT, climb, thrust it will display. Thrust climb. It's gonna accelerate the aircraft. Also slow down the climb, so we're gonna use takeoff thrust. For this flight. Also use the overhead panel systems one more time. Climb altitude. In thousands of feet. Hope you like this aircraft. Painted colors. Also we can see the airspeed, we can monitor here, 252 knots, the heading, target heading 166, so you will see the dotted line, green dotted line, we will select from manager to select airspeed and heading. I'm gonna select the heading at managed position. I'm gonna slow down also the climb a little bit. So we overfly the airport here, and we're going for the mountains. You can see the airport still behind us, like 30 nautical miles away. We'll make a turn. I have a little bit more light inside the cockpit. Gonna use the flight lamp here. You can see the airspeed 150 knots. The altitude, the climbing through 14,100 feet, target altitude 31,500, target airspeed 252 knots. The flight lamp, you can see other aircraft, you can see also the terrain. Forgot how to use it. You're gonna see some mountains, some valleys, the water. Gonna have the map displayed here. You can see the engines, left and right engine, the indications, the speed brakes are retracted, the flight control computers, primary and secondary. The horizontal tail trim right now 7.7 degrees up, pitch trim up, 8 degrees up. The rudder, elevator left and right, and ailerons left and right. You see yellow, green, blue, yellow, the hydraulic systems which feed the flight control surfaces. The temperature outside -30 degrees. At this altitude about 30,000. Also have some wind, some turbulence from time to time. So I hope you like the flight by now. We're gonna start turning in about 5-10 minutes back to the airport for approach and landing. So it's about 10 more minutes to start turning for approach and landing with this flight. If you like the interior, Airbus A330 200 aircraft, beautiful cockpit, the side seat. You can see all the details like the original Airbus aircraft, the autopilot system of the aircraft, airspeed. We need to retract.
After takeoff checklist completed. Flaps 0.
So I hope you like this beautiful pink aircraft, pink and blue. Like you see the side seat, climb, snap, descent, pitching down. Also turns. This is the flight controls system. The side stick which controls the aircraft. This is the mountain of the Seattle, Washington, United States of America state. Beautiful flight, beautiful aircraft, so good. Hope you like the details. how much original to the real aircraft this simulation is. You can see now we follow the flight plan, airspeed 210 knots, crossing 19,200 feet. You can see the modes, the flight mode annunciator, this primary flight display, the airspeed tape, barometric altitude tape, how fast we climb and descend, this right tape, and also we can see radar altitude, we can see the heading, the aircraft, terrain, another aircraft. We're gonna start turning right now. So to start the turn, this is Thomas Hatsios, the British American pilot flying the Airbus A-330 200 tonight's flight. We start turning back to the airport right now. So to start the turn, we use the side stick, and in some aircraft the rudder pedals also to auto coordinate the controls, the flight controls. We're gonna turn fast back into the airport. Also wait the altitude we need to fly. Gonna press. We can put the autopilot on. We need first to turn the aircraft. We need to use less thrust, climb thrust.
Autopilot 1, cross check.
So this is thrust climb, the Airbus aircraft philosophy over here, and the climb tendon. Gonna make a turn back into the airport. So we're flying the Airbus A330 200.
Flaps 1. Flaps 2. Flap 0.
Gonna keep turning the Airbus A330 for approach and landing. So gonna start descending. You can also follow the autopilot.
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
Gonna follow the heading, altitude. So I'm gonna show you how to use the Airbus aircraft autopilot system over here. Airspeed, heading, altitude, autopilot, engage, disengage, auto thrust, automatic engine thrust, setting, localizer, altitude, approach, climb or descent over here, ILS localizer. So now we follow the altitude here, flying straight and level, back into the airport. So you can see these vectors here on the navigation display are going to be the approach and landing of the aircraft. So we need to select a lower altitude, start descending. So select a lower altitude here. So we're going back into the airport, and we need to initiate a descent now. So you have to descend back into the airport for approach and landing with the Airbus A330-200. We have the autopilot of the Airbus aircraft connected. So now the aircraft is flying with the autopilot on. So also there is procedures for the aircraft approach and landing over here. So hope you like it. So we're flying over Seattle, Washington State. You can see the mountain here. You can see the aircraft. So to start descent, we have pre-selected the flight line. You can see this right here, airspeed, parametric altitude. Also gonna select low altitude here with the autopilot. Select like 5,200 feet, and you can see this aircraft starts immediately to descend. If we press the altitude, we can select rate of descent here. If we press this is the rate of climb, this is rate. Gonna start descending with 2,200 feet per minute. It needs first to slow down by itself. We also have low frames per second. You can use also idle thrust, but we're gonna leave it automatic in the climb tendon, so you're gonna see how automatic descent works. We can also select the speed brakes, slow down the airplane.
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
Increase the rate of descent minus 3000 feet per minute. So it's gonna take about 5 minutes to descend to the altitude we have selected. We're very closer, so we need to activate autopilot engage again.
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
Autopilot 1. Can also turn the airplane. So it's gonna turn about 20 degrees left to follow the flight line here manually. Heading selected, airspeed selected, altitude selected, rate of descent, and we have the Airbus A-330 aircraft over here. So hope you like this flight. And now we are approaching for landing with the Airbus A330 200 aircraft over here. Gonna see the final approach and landing of the airplane. So we have the Wizzair again, beautiful aircraft. Beautiful wings and engines, and beautiful pink color. I like pink. Beautiful wings also. This is the surface, looks like a real aircraft. You can see how original this simulator is. Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane 11, as you can see. So Microsoft is doing amazing thing. You can follow manually right now the flight line. Speed brakes, slowing down. Keep the setting. 12,000 when we reach 5,000 feet. We're gonna start turning around. So 10,000 feet, 3,000 meters above the sea level. Keep the setting. the overhead panel of the Airbus aircraft. All systems are included like in the original aircraft.
Check that if everything is okay with the launch.
I'm gonna start turning now for approach and landing. This is Thomas Hatsios, the British American pilot flying the Airbus A330-200. It's a nice flight. Gonna start descending now for approach and landing over here. So you see, we are approaching with this beautiful airplane. Gonna have the airport on this side. Airbus A330-200 model, so we need to start turning. Approach and landing into the airport. Gonna start having the terrain also another aircraft displayed. Also the airport and the runways we're gonna use for takeoff and for landing as we turn. Gonna use a localizer, an ILS localizer. Gonna use some thrust now, a little bit more engine power. As you can see, you see the stabilizer trim wheel, also adjusting the horizontal tail position. So more thrust and also speed brakes. You can see the stall speed has reached over here. Spoilers armed. So I retracted now into position. (6,000 feet). Also use some flaps.
Flaps 2. Flaps 3.
Flaps 3. Approach and landing. Less thrust. Also we have the map display. You can see the water, the sea, and the mountains over here. A lot of gear down.
Gear down.
Here is the flight line. We need to make it a little bit to the left for approach and landing. It's going to be aligned with the runway like this, and the ILS localizer. We can see very well. There is a lot of weather, like mist and cloudiness, low clouds and fog. So it's foggy for approach and landing. Also a bit more chill and electric for the computer. It's gonna descend. Gonna start our descent for approach and landing. A little bit more thrust. So we're gonna make it a little bit more to the left and then turn to the right to align with the runway. So you can see beautiful approach and landing. More to the left, you see the ILS localizer, the glide slope, here below the glide slope, hold it up. So the landing gear is extended for approach and landing. A bit more idle thrust. You see the Airbus A-330 cockpit is configured for approach and landing. Also the side stick, airspeed, barometric altitude, heading, the pilot panel, overhead panel systems are operated away. The engines also and the flight controls and other systems are also like fuel, hydraulic, cabin pressurization is included over here. Electrical and hydraulic fuel, cabin pressurization, oxygen of the aircraft, flight controls, flight control computers, engine indication. a bit more to the left. Also we follow the glide slope now. Over here you can see this Madeira. A bit more idle. So this is the terrain map, the airspeed over here, barometric altitude, the heading. So we are approaching for landing. Thomas Hatsios, the British American pilot flying the Airbus A330-200 into tonight's flight. You can see the runways, runway 16 left, 16 center and 16 right, Seattle Tacoma International Airport. You can see the ILS localizer is displayed also here, and the pitch attitude of the aircraft, the bank angle and decrease. This is a bit less airspeed. We have another airport we need to overfly. No thrust. Beautiful wings. Idle thrust.
$2,500.
So we are approaching for the landing. Maybe touch and go on landing. And then come for another touch and go. So we have instrument meteorological conditions with foggy weather over here. More idle thrust. We're gonna glide all the way on the runway, overflying this runway, having the side stick here. So it's set, everything is set for approach and landing. We are approaching on the runway, a little bit more thrust, more engine power. Less engine power. As you can see, we are approaching. We're gonna make a touch and go. This is less thrust now.
Too low, terrain. 500. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
So we're gonna glide on the runway, a bit more thrust. You can see we have some wind, we need to align the aeroplane from time to time. You can see also the frames of the computer are freezing from time to time. So now the computer is finding
300 above. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. 200. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. 100. Too low. Terrain. Too low. 50. Terrain. 40. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
We're gonna touch down.
Too low.
Terrain.
30. 20, 10, 5.
You can see how smooth the landing was. We can go on.
Sink rate.
Spoilers retracted, full takeoff power. We need to realign using the rudder. Full landing gear up and going one more time.
Sink rate. Hold up. Terrain. Hold up. Sink. Too low. Gear.
So one more touch and go.
Too low.
Maybe two touch and goes and one landing. Maybe one touch and go, one landing. We need to keep changing.
Hold up. Sink. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps.
This
Too low. Terrain.
So we deactivated the warnings. You can see the horizontal tail trim is automatically the auto trim function of the fly-by-wire system of the aircraft that controls the aircraft in flight. You can see we approach the stall speed over here, so we're gonna add takeoff go around thrust. So this is the stall avoidance, pushing down the side stick until the airspeed is increased again. And you can use less thrust. So this is the stall avoidance. How to correct. This is how to avoid the stall with your aircraft. Pitch down the nose and increase the airspeed automatic until the airspeed is increased again above the stall speed margin. So,
Flaps 3.
flaps 3,
Flaps 2.
flaps 2,
2,500.
you overfly the airport Wizzair. So use idle thrust for this approach and landing. And I use flap 3. The wing flex, beautiful wing flex effect, the engines, Airbus A-330 wings and engines, Rolls-Royce engines I believe. Or CFM, General Electric engines, maybe they look like General Electric too. Use less thrust.
Gear down.
Gear down.
Gear up. Gear down.
So we overfly the airport behind us. I've been to the airport and the runways, and we're going Gonna change the. You can keep it. The range the way it was. So this is Thomas Hatsios, the British American pilot flying the Airbus A330-200 with the Wizzair colors. In tonight's flight we are approaching for the second approach and landing. Maybe we're gonna make 3 touch and goes and 1 landing, 1 full stop landing, maybe 2, depends how much video I'm gonna have. So we're gonna approach for landing now. So now we can see the runways from long distance. It's less foggy, but it's more bright. So we have the airspeed again, stall speed, barometric altitude of the aircraft over here, the state, rate of descent. What do we need to follow here on the navigation display? I'm gonna make maybe full stop landing because we have not much time to make 3 takeoffs and landings. Time is marginal in this flight. This is the runway we need to use for landing. We are aligned with the ILS localizer. So we have some wind from either side. We need to side slip the aircraft to align with the runway heading. So cross controls for approach and landing with the side wind component. we are approaching for landing. Let's thrust. You can see the radar altitude over here, 1,900 feet above the ground level, 2,100 above the sea level, airspeed 180 knots, stall speed 110. We follow the flight line here, the ILS localizer, and now the glide slope, the Airbus A-330 for approach and landing. Overflying also this airport. Airbus A330. Low frames per second sometimes. How slow computer. Finding a little bit more thrust again.
$500. $400. 300 above.
Need to align again with the side wing.
200.
Cross controls. Approach and landing. Perfect alignment.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Here we are. That's down. You can see we're in to align. Parking brakes and full thrust reverse. We align the aircraft also with the wing. So this is a lot of wing. A lot of thrust reverse. So this is the Airbus A330, 200 we just landed. We align with the runway and we need only a few knots, 120. So we're gonna slow down the aircraft, or we can go around one more time. We have some time to do it, but we'll do it in the next video, because it's gonna probably end my video. So you can see the landing gear is safe, there is no breakage over here. Either side you can see the aircraft inside. We have here slow frames per second. We need to go around. Actually, we can go around, but there isn't no much video time to finish one more time. For go around, it's marginal. You can see the wings, thrusters we had deployed before. So we do takeoffs to landings into night flight. You can see all the settings. So that was Thomas Hatsios, the British American pilot flying the Airbus A330-200 with the Wizzair livery over here. I hope you like it. I'm gonna see you in the next flight with another Airbus A330-200 aircraft. As you can see, you can see the landing gear, the nose wheel. There's no brake assist, the wings, the engines. So the systems are set for another flight. So we'll see you in the next flight. Thank you for watching me. I will show you again the system, the Airbus, the Boeing aircraft. Maybe we'll fly a Boeing in the next flight. So I'll see you in the next flight. Thank you for watching. This is the British American pilot flying the Airbus A330-200. As you can see.